As Shabbat approaches, we read in this week's Parshas Beshalach, the final end to the Egyptians. The Jewish people go through the Yam Suf, through the Sea of Reeds, and the sea splits for them, and it comes crashing down on the Egyptians who pursue them, coming from behind. And the Jews at that point are called Ivrim. Jewish people are known as Ivrim or Hebrews, as is commonly translated in English, or Yehudim, Jews. But what's Ivrim, Hebrews? What does it really mean? So it's a conjugation of Avar Yam. Ivrim is a conjugation of two words in Hebrew, Avar Yam, not really Hebrews, but it actually means the people that crossed through the sea, that went through the sea. And it's very interesting because the Torah is telling us that we are called Ivrim, commonly referred to as Hebrews, which really means crossing through the sea to say something about the essence of who we are. And the question is what is the essence of a Jewish person because we crossed through the sea? How does that show our essence by any means whatsoever? The answer is the following. As we know, the Torah spells out for us very clearly that the Jewish people showed up to the sea and the Egyptians had miraculously come very close right behind them. And it was a very scary situation. On the one hand, the sea's in front, and on the other hand, the Egyptians are behind. What were we going to do? What were we possibly going to do? A man named Nachshon ben Aminadav goes and starts walking in, and he walks down to his nose, and the water splits. And other Jews followed him after he went in, and the rest is history. What does this symbolize? Why is Nachshon ben Aminadav the hero of the day? Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe it was the wrong thing to do. We Jews don't take a leap of faith. We don't just jump into an ocean. What is the idea? And the idea, of course, is the following. Hashem had already said not to go back to Egypt. It's a verse in the Torah. And furthermore, we had just experienced 10 plagues over the course of a year, and 7 days earlier was the plague of the smiting of the firstborn that the Jews who put blood on their doors weren't affected with at all. We had seen all the miracles of Hashem, and now it was our time to act on what we had seen. It wasn't a jump of faith that Nachshon ben Aminadav and the Jewish people did by walking into the sea, even though it only split towards the end. It was complete logic. There's only one way to go, and that way was through the sea. Yeah, there were Egyptians behind, the sea was in front, but it was our task at the time to make an informed decision, yes, one that was full of emunah, belief, faith, but the right decision based on the circumstances at hand. This idea can be akin to life itself as we know it right now. The sea is nature, and the Egyptians represent society. How many times in life do you go through life and you have society, i.e. the sea in front, nature, the sea in front, and society, the Egyptians behind, telling you can't advance anymore. You're stuck. There's nothing you can do. How many times does that happen? Well, the story of the splitting of the sea tells us the idea is that a Jew isn't necessarily bound by nature or by what society says. We have something called emunah, faith in God, and that tells us we can make informed decisions, not make leaps of faith, but informed decisions based on logic that can help us penetrate and advance and become great, even when nature or society say no. That's the lesson of the splitting the sea. The lesson of the splitting of the sea is to say, even though nature says no and society is telling us we can't advance, we are Jewish people. We have an emunah that's latent, a faith latent in Hashem, and that tells us that we can advance and become great through that. And that's where the name Ivrim, Hebrews, Avar Yam, the people that crossed the sea, comes from. We're known forever after that as the Ivrim, which is a conjugation of the ones who crossed the sea. That's to tell us that this is the path of a Jew, is that we have to come armed with this emunah, this faith in our Creator, to know that He made us co-creators, and that even though seemingly times we feel stuck between society and nature telling us we can't advance, and everybody comes through situations like that in life, but the job of us is to be like Nachshon and Aminadav, be like the people we are named for, the Avar Yam, the people who cross the sea, and to make that move towards greatness, where we can actually get out of our stickiness, so to speak, our problems in life, sometimes our blockages that hold us back. And rather, we should be like Nachshon and Aminadav and the Jewish people at the times of the splitting the sea. And we make the move first. And when we make the move first and go into the sea, so to speak, Hashem will bless us, and Hashem should bless us by splitting the sea for us and opening up a new level for us to advance and become great. And that's the lesson for the splitting of the sea that we should take with us for this Shabbos. Okay, good Shabbos.